Well, hello, and welcome back to some more JavaScript. Today we'll be working with actual if statements, so let's go on ahead and get started. I see the cameraman got the green screen working properly, so thank you for that, you handsome W. And of course, a big shout out to who am I going to shout out today? Oh, how about a shout out to Alana? Hello, I gave you a shout out yesterday. Didn't call me back yet, but I'll talk to you later, Alana. Also, love ya. This is from Mr. Full Stack. And of course, oh, don't forget, Alana, you're supposed to tell me exactly what you were going to do today and which toys you were going to play with. Okay, other than that, make sure you go out to Finger Licking Food for the best food available online. And of course, let's get started with if statements in JavaScript. All right, this is going to be super, and we'll try to make it nice and quick for you too. All right. Okay, open up any editor that you would like, and what I'm going to do is get rid of my beautiful face, as even though I know everyone loves to enjoy looking at it, because one, I got the hat, and of course, I got the shirt. The shirt is hot. Don't even try to deny it. All right, if statements in JavaScript, Mr. Full Stack, let's go. So, you got your Visual Studio Code open, and you are going to be working with today two files, but we're mainly going to be working with one. And on top of that, let's see what we're going to do here. So if statements, let's create an actual file, and we're going to call that exactly what we're working with, which is if statements. If statements. And that's going to be just the HTML, and we'll also have an if statement. If statements JavaScript. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now that we got that, let's make sure we open this up with live server just so we can see the actual output. And let's see, let's bring this over here. Perfect. And close this. And let's get some bare bones markup going. All right, let's add our script. So same thing, just with the previous tutorials and videos. These are all, you're probably used to seeing this already. We'll add the source as to where the actual script is. And let's see here. We called it if statements. .js, and of course we defer that just to make sure that the actual HTML loads before the actual JavaScript. And other than that, we can always change the title here, if statements. And I think that's it for that. Let's go over to our JavaScript page and let's go on ahead. And so when we're working with if statements, I mean, those are pretty much going to be just as they sound. So basically, if this, then do something. Otherwise, or else, do something else. All right, so that's how it works within JavaScript. And then all we have to do is actually just place what we want this something to be and what we want the something else to be. So let's build a little program, and that little program will just, we've been working with objects a lot. So let's go on ahead and work with an object. I will comment this out, so we don't need this as of yet. So remember, we're always trying to do some type of problem solving with JavaScript. In this case, we're going to do a score checker. So let's create an object for that. Let score checker. And then once we have the score checker object created, I mean, you can do this any other way, but once we have this created with the properties and methods that we're going to use, then we can actually see how those if statements is actually going to work. So, and this is a little over and beyond, but it's good to get in the habit of actually looking at different types of ways of creating objects. So this is going to be our score checker. There's going to be a score, which is going to have a property value of 0. It's going to have a message, which is going to have an empty string. It's going to have a method that's going to say congratulate. And that is going to be, let's see, yes, so here's our function, which is, functions and methods are used interchangeably. That function is going to take in a number, and let's see, actually before we actually have it take in anything, let's just make sure that we can actually call it and see something. So let's see, we'll go console log. We are inside the method slash function. Okay, and let's open up our console over here by right-clicking on the screen, clicking inspect. Console still large from the previous tutorial, great. And let's check score checker. And here we get the properties, and good, we have score, we have message, and we have a method of congratulate. So that's looking really good. Let's actually call that. Let's say score checker dot congratulate, not constructor, congratulate. All right, we call that just like a regular function, but with the dot notation because we're using the object and then going down the line, which is basically dot congratulate. All right, and so now that we called that, look at that, we get our message. We are inside the method slash function. So that is great. And that's where we're going to place our if statement. So our if statement is going to be if number is greater than or equal to 50, then this dot message is going to equal congratulations. Congratulations. Move to the next round. All right, I think that's good enough for that. And we'll just copy that because there is going to be an else to that. If the number is not greater than or equal to 50, then we're going to hit this else block. And the else block is going to be, sorry, let's see, sorry, Charlie. You will have to repeat the round, the found. All right, we'll delete the rest. And I think that's good. So now all we have to do, we can get rid of this if block down here. And let's see here. Go back over here. Oh, we don't have any number to actually go into the function. So if we were to just do score checker dot congratulate, all right, there's nothing going on here. Let's see, reference number is not defined, in which inside here, yeah, we didn't define it at all. So let's go on ahead, let's place that here. All right, number is going to be an argument, and let's replace this. Okay, I get the undefined if number, but we do need to actually populate that function with an actual number. So let's see here. Let's place in 40. Let's see what happens when we place 40 in here. So 40 is the argument, so the parameters number, the argument we're sending in is 40. So let's see what type of message we actually get. And oh, I see this dot message. All right. And this dot message, good, but none of that's just message. We're not returning anything. We're not returning anything at all. So let's do this. Oh, here we go. We can console log that message. We can actually console log what message? This message, because this dot message now has a value. And actually, if we place in, even if I commented this out, all right, it should still have a message. So if I type in score checker dot message, and there's your message right there, because we actually assigned, we changed the value of message. It's empty here, okay? But because we actually put the number of a 40, what happens? If the number is greater than or 50, which it was not, it was actually 40. So what happens? We didn't hit this block, we hit the else block. And that else block has this dot message is going to equal, sorry, Charlie, you will have to repeat the round. And that's why we actually go score checker dot message and we see, sorry, Charlie, you will have to repeat the round. All right. But if we didn't want to actually type in score checker dot message to see our message, we can actually just console log this dot message and actually recall the actual method. So let's do that. And we'll put, how about, let's go with 69. All right, we'll hit enter. And congratulations, move to the next round. Why? Because we called the congratulate method, which is right here, has the actual parameter here. The number went in, and that number that we entered in was 69. And look at that, 69 is greater than or equal to 50. So then using this if statement, we were able to hit this block. Okay, and so that is a pretty good example of how to use a different if statement. Try to keep it small and sweet. All right, and just to show you guys another way of actually doing this and not working with an actual object in itself, let's actually comment this out. And let's look at an easier way, because sometimes just trying to get an understanding is how these objects are actually working. You don't always have to actually use that. So let's go on ahead. Let's make something a little easier. Let's say let score equal 40. And another way to do these if statements is if that score is equal to 50. Let's console log a good message. Okay, and we have not created that good message function, but we will actually create that right below. Else we will console log a bad message. Okay, and let's create those functions now. Let's create the good function and bad function message, or good message, bad message. So here we're going to say function good message. And we're just going to have that return. Great job, man. Okay, so there's our good message. And our bad message is going to be let's say, bad message. And that's just going to return better luck next time, silly Willy. If I can type it, silly Willy. Okay. All right, so now we have the functions here, we have the score, and it looks like they're actually, this if statement has ran already. Score is 40. The if statement says if the score is greater than equal to 50, then actually log out the good message. We did not log out the good message. We have better luck next time, silly Willy. But if we change this to 78, which is definitely over 50, now we have great job, man. So just wanted to add that because again, you don't have to work with the actual object that I have up above. We can also work with something relatively more simple and just have the score equal to a specific number, and just hit your if blocks a number of different ways. And that is it. Full stack out. Subscribe to the channel, comments below, and give a like. Love you. Talk to you later.